Welcome everyone to our brand new series that I like to call Customizing for Dummies, where I show you how to customize your action figures with little to no skill required, because that's how much customizing skill I have, and so I thought I would show it off to you. Now our first episode is going to be Seth Rollins' new hair. He has new blonde hair, and I'm going to be showing you how to do that. Not the attire. I'm not going to paint my Elite 93 body. But as you can see, I have other Seth Rollins heads, and I also have the Elite 64 head, so I'm just going to use this one since I'm not even that fond of it anyway. So I just use this one to make the new hair. So I'm going to show you how I do that right now. So the first thing you want to do is just pop off this little like man bun type thing that he has on the top of his head. Just pull it off. You don't need it. It would be much easier if you had a head like the Elite 99 or one of the Ultimates, or like I was saying earlier, the Elite 64 or the Fan Takeover, technically the Elite 75. Just something with an actual hairpiece. But I chose the one with the man bun and the sculpted on hair instead of the separate hairpiece. And so just pop it off as their first step with the Elite 93 head. Next, you're going to want to sand down the head by a lot because it's very thick. I guess that's the word to use. Just sand it down all the way to the hairline, and also on the back, just completely just sand that down until you see where the neck peg is supposed to like pop into place. It looks atrocious, but I promise once you put that hair piece in, it's not going to be as bad. So yeah, just go ahead and sand it down. And also, like I said, if you had an actual Seth Rollins head with a hairpiece attached to it, you wouldn't have to worry about sanding it down, because you could just rip the hair off and put a different piece of hair on it or whatever. Unless it's the Ultimate, then you wouldn't even have to do that. You would just have to paint it. But I chose the hard one since I didn't want to mess up any of my other two, so I have to sand it down. Next, you want to grab a hairpiece that you believe will work the best. I chose a old Roman Reigns hairpiece. I believe it was the Elite 20 something head or whatever. Or 30 something, I can't remember exactly. It came with a barricade. It's not important. I chose a Roman Reigns hairpiece. You can choose whatever you feel is the best. I've seen people use like old Bray Wyatt hairpieces. And yeah, all you want to do after that is just super glue it on there. And yeah, then you move on to the next step. Okay, so before we get into our next and last step in this process, I just wanted to show you what it looks like before we do what is necessary to complete this custom. And I don't think it looks half bad as it is, but I have to finish it. And our final step is just painting it. Just paint the hair yellow. And I also have this black because I wanted to paint the beard a bit darker. And since I said it was like Elite 20 something or 30 something Roman Reigns head, it was also kind of old, and so I wanted to give that a darker, nicer finish as well. And so I'm painting the hair and the beard black, and then I'm painting a little bit of yellow on the hair. And that is it for today's custom figure. This is how it looks after. It looks very nice in my opinion. I might have had the hair a bit too high on his head, but other than that, I think it turned out really well. And you can also like take a bump, like I have this AJ right here, just up. Oh, phenomenal forearm. And he's perfectly fine. He can get drilled right straight on his head like that for a DDT. I wouldn't be too rough on the figure because obviously, like, I feel like that goes without saying. Most customs you don't want to be like super rough with. But yeah, still I just wanted to mention, don't be super rough with it. It's not ideal, I guess you could say, but you can like play around with it. Can be a little rough on it, but like don't treat it as if it's a regular action figure because the paint will chip. it will chip. But yeah, that's how it looks. I think it turned out really nice. And so I believe that is it for our Seth Rollins custom. Peace!